It's a nice place. Well, I might have been born just poor white trash, but I sold 1 million records, made a little cash. The doctors and the lawyers, they don't think it's funny that they're living next door to white trash with money. White trash with money, let's go. Listen, did you know? Welcome to White Trash with Money. Welcome back to White Trash with Money. Justin Danger Nunley.
Matt Lyda.
My co-host Matt Lyda. Today we've got a special guest. We're out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Is it Nevada or Nevada?
Nevada if you're in the South.
Nevada. I'm just going to call it whatever. It's Las Vegas. Our first guest of this episode is none other than Brittany Force, two-time Top Fuel drag champion.
Yes.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I like to call her Miss 343 miles per hour is what I like to call her.
That's fast.
It is. She's moving at that point.
How does it feel to go that fast?
It's like being strapped to a rocket. You can't compare it to roller coasters, skydiving. There's no feeling like it, but it's like getting kicked in the chest, getting the wind knocked out of you in a sense, and then it happens again when you throw the chutes at the top end. I mean, we're pulling 6 to 7 Gs within the first second, negative 6 Gs with at the top end when we throw our chutes.
That is wild.
Have you ever passed out?
No, I have not.
Oh.
I've got a whole new respect.
I've seen stars before.
You know, we follow each other. I don't know if you saw me doing the drag racing earlier this year, and you know that I'm not going near as fast as you are, but and I've got a little bit more time in mine. You know, I'm only running about 1,100 horses. Going down the track, but it's fast to me.
Yeah.
How do you even have time to know which way to steer or anything? Because, I mean, really, your steering is just like this right here, ain't it?
Yeah. I don't do a lot of steering in a dragster. I've driven both a dragster and a funny car. Funny car, whole different animal. You got that really short wheelbase. The engine's in front of you. So when it does explode, it's in your lap, which is why I like the dragsters. They're much quieter. The engine's behind me. Anyways, driving, when I first got licensed in a Top Fuel dragster back in 2012, actually, it was here I made my first full pass. And you don't ever jump on these things and go all the way down the racetrack. I worked my way down the racetrack. But I remember I was out here with my dad trying to get licensed in a Top Fuel car. And they told me, just take it out, drive it to the 60-foot cone, then go to the 330 cone, then go to half track. And the first few times I got in, I'm like, I can't tell you if I'm on the starting line or the finish line. And so my dad would be like waving at the marker, and I'm like, okay, I could see him, but it was such a blur. And then after, seat time experience, it's crystal clear. There's no issue with that. 4 seconds. How does anything happen in less than 4 seconds? But I could come back from a run and pinpoint everything that went on during the run. It made this really weird sound. A vibration came in at 60 feet. It cleared up past 150 feet. And then again at 700 feet, there was that heavy vibration, and I carried it through to the 1,000 foot and it quit. So all that's going on. I can't even say that in 4 seconds, but I could process it all.
How long did it take for you to get to the point where it slowed down enough to where you could start?
It was, by the time I came out in my rookie season 2013, it was pretty clear.
Yeah.
It was just that first year of getting licensed and slowly working my way down the racetrack that the blur went away.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is absolutely wild to me. My first time in the drag truck was in front of a bunch of people. We didn't even get to do any testing tunes. So I'm over there, I didn't know what the truck was going to do. It felt like I was driving on ice, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't think this is right. So I started chicken footing it all the way down the track, and I called Ida, and I told her what I was feeling or whatever. She was like, no, that's what you wanted. You was in the groove. You was going good. Yeah. So after that, I was like, give me more power. I want more. Yeah. So I was on the button.
So what were you driving?
It's an 87 S10. We've got a 6.0 LS in it.
Okay.
So
awesome.
We was only running 1/8 of a mile. We was doing the a Pinks episode. You remember the old school show Pinks from back in the day? They had it on Speed Network.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, where the two guys raced for Pinks Live. So I was doing that, put the truck on the line, and I blew 2 transmissions in the same day and had to give my truck away, and I bought it back. And dude, stuck it to me on buying the truck back. I was like, I got to run this truck down the track because I never got to actually race it, So, yeah, that's where we was at.
Yeah.
Did you start out racing like trucks or cars or something like that before you started?
I got started in the sportsman division, so I drove Super Comp and A-Fuel for about 6 years.
How old was you?
I got licensed at 16 in a Super Comp dragster. Competed there for
But
3
you
years.
was drag racing earlier than that, right?
No, that's where
No?
it started.
Really?
Yeah.
You never got behind the wheel before then?
No, I mean, growing up in this sport, watching my dad, he's won 16 championships. He's done so much
You
in
never
this
heard
sport.
of him.
Your
John
dad's the
Ford-
goat.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
dad's the goat. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I grew up watching him, and for me, it was. I mean, it's still a male-dominated sport, but it was. You know, we go on the road with my dad, my sisters and I. We watch my dad, and it was just it's men that drive these cars, and it was actually. I was a little kid. I don't know how old I was. I want to say I was sitting in the stands at Pomona, and my sisters and I would sit up waiting for my dad to pull up to the line, and I'll never forget we'd always bet on different cars. And we didn't know who the driver was. We didn't know who was, in the cockpit. But, I got blue car, I got green car. We just bet on, who was going to win. And a car had pulled up and it had a pink stripe across it. And I'm like, I'm voting for the pink car. And my older sister, I'll never forget, she goes, do you know that's a girl driving that car? And in that moment, I was, hold on.
There's
a
this.
girl that's doing what our dad does. And in that moment, it was kind of like, okay, now I'm focused on watching females throughout the sport. And then my older sister Ashley got into super comp, A fuel, got into a funny car, and it was kind of when I watched her do that, I'm like, well, I'm going to do everything my older sister does. So jumped it right in behind her.
That is awesome.
Well, this is a sport where, we were with Edna just a little bit ago.
Ida, yeah.
Ida, not Edna, but Ida. And
Don't even try to get me saying her last name.
Oh, I know.
Zetterstorm? Ida
Strum?
Zetterstrom? Nah, whatever.
But
It's Ida.
it seems like there's more and more females in this sport than
Yeah.
like a NASCAR or something like that. Why do you think that is?
I think it's, you could start young. You could start in junior dragsters at 6 years old if you wanted. My nieces and nephews have driven junior dragsters. So you could start younger. There's the sportsman division where you could compete for, years before you go pro. And I think it's great. I mean, since I got out here in 2013, the amount of females that have come in has just been unbelievable. And they're successful out here. They're doing well. But I also think it's such a family sport. When I came in, I didn't have any pushback from people. I didn't have people that were, I had such great support. And I think I grew up out here. A lot of the people out here, people I compete against. I remember when I was young, running around the racetrack with my sisters. So when I came into the sport, I kind of had this built-in support system where my competition was coming up to me telling, hey, I know this is your first year out. If you have any questions or advice, my door's always open if you want to come over and chat. And so to have that support system, I think it's made it easier for females to move into NHRA drag racing.
Do you feel like you kind of somewhat inherited a fan base, or do you feel like you still had to really work for it because of who your dad and your last name?
Oh, my fan base, clearly came from my dad. My name, being attached to my dad. You can't know NHRA drag racing without knowing John Force.
That's not a bad thing.
When I came into the sport, yes, I got so many of his fans, and I was lucky to.
But that's got to
have
be
that.
tough too, because there's an expectation that's put on you, right? Because I look at Dale Earnhardt Jr., right, and I go, okay, he's coming from the greatest NASCAR driver of all time, 7-time, champion and everything, and Junior never wins a championship. And there's an expectation that was put on him. Now, luckily, he
But
built
she
his own
did.
family. But now you're doing, you're winning
Yeah.
championships. But that expectation of carrying on that Force name, that had to be a burden. That had to be tough.
I never saw it as that. Each week out, there's always an added pressure, whether it's first round, final round, whether you're in the hunt for a championship, or my boss for Monsters standing behind my car, we better perform well. There's always some kind of added pressure. And then there's the pressure of I want to do well for myself. I want to improve every single weekend. I want to do well for my team, my crew chiefs, John Force Racing. There's always that added pressure, but never to fill his shoes, because no one's ever going to be able to fill my dad's shoes. What he's done is unreal. 150 plus wins. I mean, it's insane. So I never felt the need, I need to fill his shoes. I saw it more as, yes, I carry the name. I want to make him proud. But in anywhere direction I went in life, I want to make myself proud. I set goals and I want to achieve them. But I saw it as, I'm lucky that I have his support. I have the best teacher out here to give me the best opportunities and teach me everything in the sport of NHRA drag racing. So I saw it more like that not this pressure working against me, but lucky to have him in my corner.
Now, speaking of your dad, right? Your dad comes up probably every time you do an interview, right? and I mean, it's your career, and you're absolutely killing it, right? But a lot of prayers went up for your dad last year.
Thank you. Yes.
How is he doing?
He's great. He's on his way to Vegas right now. He should be here any minute he'll be pulling in the track.
Can't wait to hug his neck. I've seen him every time I've been out here to Vegas, whether it's the motor, for NASCAR or for out here, and he's always been so kind. He probably has no clue who I am, but he's always been so kind and thoughtful.
He's great with That's why the fans love him so much. He's such a character, and he loves spending time with his fans. But he's doing great. He's pretty much made a full recovery. He has good days and bad days like anyone else does, and he's also 76 years old. But, everything that he went through last year in Richmond, Virginia with that wreck, it was when I walked in the hospital, I was not expecting to see what I saw that day, but watching him bounce back from that, really dedicated everything to physical therapy, stayed motivated through it all. We're all really proud of him, but that's been such a lesson in itself, just watching him.
Right. Yeah. It's amazing. Y'all got a lot of people behind y'all, and there was a lot of prayers going up, and I think they were answered.
Oh, I think so too. Very much.
That's amazing. Now we're here in Vegas. How has 2025 been, and what does the future look like for you?
So this year has looked a little different. I've been out here since 2013. I've accomplished a lot in the last, I never expected what I would have accomplished coming into the sport. Hi! Great costume.
I'm loving it. You got to sit down with this dress like that. It's Halloween. So, we're recording this on Halloween. I don't know when this episode's coming out, but everybody is out here dressed absolutely crazy right now.
Yes, there's a lot of characters out here.
So the peek behind the curtain, this is the second to last race of the year, right? They're already racing. Doing an outdoor podcast, probably not the best
at
call.
A drag strip.
At a drag strip, But, 2 races left, this weekend and then Pomona next weekend. And sorry, you were talking about the end of this year and then next year.
Our team right now, we're currently 5th in points. We're running Chevrolet accessories this weekend. I'm normally with MonsterHendrickCars.com, but this weekend we want to finish strong. So I announced, the beginning of our countdown in Reading, Pennsylvania. I made the really difficult, bittersweet decision. I'm going to step out of the seat at the end of the year. I got married last year, so my husband and I are going to try to start a family.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited, but it's had its moments of ups and downs. I love driving my car. I love what I do. If I could do both at the same time, I would, but there's not an option for that. There's no space for both in the middle. So I'm, going to step out. My team's going to stay together under the John Force Racing umbrella, which is really important to me. I want to see him continue.
Who's going to step into the driver's seat? Do we know yet?
We announced a little while back, Josh Hart.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're coming back?
Oh, the door is open. I don't know till I get there. We'll see how, what's in store for us.
We'll see what the Lord has in store. Yeah.
Are you nervous a little bit about stepping out of the car and that's been your identity for so long?
I know. I'm anxious to be home. We're gone so much, and even on our off weekends, I was in Chicago last weekend for a Monster event. So we're gone a lot. I live out of a suitcase, in and out of different hotels every single weekend, and I love that part of the job. But I also miss being home. But I have a feeling when I get home and I'm home and I don't have this crazy work schedule ahead of me, I'm gonna freak out a little.
Yeah. So these last 2 races are going to be emotional for you.
I know. Right now, everyone keeps asking about the final race in Pomona. I'm like, don't word it like that.
Yeah. Well, I hope you win both of them. I really do. That'd be a hell of a way to go out.
That's our goal. We want to try to win and end strong.
Brittany, thanks for sitting down with us. We're doing a spinning, rotating door of guests today for this.
Awesome.
So thanks for taking a little bit of time to come out and talk to us, and can't wait to see you run it later.
Thank you.
Yes,
Congratulations for everything you've done, your career. That family name is legendary, and I wish you nothing but great things and luck in the future, and hopefully you fill that house full of kids and have a wonderful time in retirement.
Thank you very much.
I got to get a signed jersey today, though, at some point. Some point.
Yeah.
Good deal. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much, ma'am. Look at that ring.
Yeah, this is our
good Lord,
our 2022 championship ring.
Hold that up. Zoom in on that.
Does your husband ever get upset that it beats the engagement ring or anything? I mean,
no, he likes it. This one. This was our 2022 ring.
I've always wanted to win a championship ring. Ain't never won one yet. One day.
What are you going to win a championship in?
Who knows? We'll figure it out. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
Next guest. Honored to have the 8-time Top Fuel drag champion Tony Schumacher with us. What's up, brother?
I'm actually 9-time champ next year. That's what I'm going for Halloween.
I like it.
I'm
like
future
it.
9-time champ.
Did you see Ron Capps walk through here a minute ago?
Lord Mark
that was
man.
wild.
And you know what? I've looked at
He
him.
pulled it off.
Great. He looks just like him.
Lord Farquhar.
Absolutely.
It was awesome. I was like, dude, you got to sit down in the chair dressed like that.
Yeah. And we've all said that for years. Go, you look like it. He goes, I know. Finally, he comes out in costume.
I love it.
And rocks it.
How's everything been going?
It's good, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took the first, I would say no one takes part of the season off, but changed teams, went to, I want to team up with Clay Milliken.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, things are going
Jigs,
great.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Clay is Parts Plus, but he's Arby's. He goes back, but it's.
Why did I think Clay was with Jegs? Who am I thinking about?
Jag.
Nah, we'll just cut that part out. Oh, yeah, Clay Milliken. I love that guy, Yeah.
Rick Ware, man. Rick Ware was always a one team. Rick Ware Racing's son, Cody, runs NASCAR.
Yep.
And he's he's got 2 flat tracks, 2 motocross, and he had 1 Top Fuel team. And I said, I put this deal together, and it was maybe 7 races, and I went to him, and then it became 2 years, and then it became 7 years, and it's like it just keeps getting better. My sponsor, he writes down on a beef jerky bag 7 more years, and I'm like, that's illegal. He goes, I know it's legal, that's why I'm doing it. He goes, you fill in the date. He goes, I did the autograph, and I go, that's fantastic. Because a long time ago, and I don't remember if it was Billy Joel, who it was that they wrote the song. I have to ask my wife. They wrote the song out, and it was a great song, and they paid a bar bill, and it was a song, Friends in Low Places, and it went on to make gazillions, and the guy, Garth Brooks, bought it by paying off this guy's bar tab for $7,000, and he gets, you think Garth, you should go back and give a guy, throw him a bone,
little royalty,
little
1%.
Hey, Garth wouldn't be Garth if there wasn't a few bodies.
Yeah, so where are the bodies, Garth? We know that.
Where are the bodies at? We want to know.
We want to know.
We all know you've got them.
Or you know where they are.
We might get a cease and desist. That's okay, though.
Garth Brooks got money that we don't know about. You know what I mean? So we don't.
Yeah, in the girl's body pockets, probably.
Yeah,
all that free cash.
That's where he keeps it.
Gotta be tons.
That's where he's burying it with the bodies.
We're in trouble. That's right.
Yeah. So how's the season been? We got you. There's
Slow.
2 more races. I don't, and I said it when Brittany was sitting down with us. I don't know when this is coming out, so the season is going to be well over. We're going to know who the champion is, when this comes out. But there's 2 races left. How's the season been? You took a little bit of time off. You said that.
Well,
right?
we started in Indy, so we're only running the last 7.
Yeah.
And we're just really it was to bring in a crew chief. It was to bring in a whole team.
I didn't get called for that. Y'all didn't call me to interview for that position.
Well, we just assumed you'd come.
Yeah.
The thing is, you hire the right people, and then the greats come.
Right.
That's what I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
9 championships next year. All of that comes from collecting the right people.
I'm just trying to ride somebody's coattail so I can win one of them rings like Brittany had on. That thing, like that right there.
I got 8 of them. My wife's got a photo with 8 of them. And trust me, you guys are interviewing me. You're missing the boat. That's the one you want. You want to get you got them 5 million. You want to make 6 million followers. You put that sexy thing on there. She's a beast.
Smoke show. Yep. I wouldn't normally talk about a feller's wife like that, but if you brought it up first.
I didn't notice. I'm just a sweet lady.
It's a good-looking lady.
Smoke show. Come here. Smile for the camera.
Come on over here. Jump in behind us. It's Halloween. Yeah, Ron Capps rolled up here looking like Lord Farquhar.
Come on.
There you go, right there.
Right here.
We got to get the views up. Huh? There you go.
To get you a follow in here, man. We call it a smoke show. Dear Lord. Stop it.
Yeah, so you got 2 more. You're doing the last 2 races.
Yeah, we put the team together. It was kind of like we had the money to run 7, but not the sponsor. We had the sponsor, but not the crew chief yet. And we had to wait, and we had to wait till the right, because you don't just buy a car and then go, hey, you know how to tune one of these things? There's only a handful of people who can go out and win a championship.
It's crazy. Them over here rebuilding that motor
in 30 minutes.
It's the most insane
and
thing.
it starts with the top guy and it goes, you hire the next guy and a clutch guy, and it goes in an order. So we were waiting for that right moment. Now we got the right guys, the right parts, and now we have all year to test because we weren't running for that championship. Clay is, he's fighting for it. So we're going to convert him, I think, into a canopy car like I have.
Yeah.
Safer car, in my opinion. We designed that canopy, back in 09 or just a long time ago. It was one of those things where we came out, we have a canopy, the glass, the fire, the ballistic, bulletproof stuff around you seem to provide safety. And Clay's been having a couple catastrophic explosions.
Right.
And he said, I think I need to get in one of those canopies.
I
So
saw
we're
that. It
testing
was
on
wild.
Monday.
Yeah.
Brutal. Concussion stuff. So we'll test on Monday with him. And, I've always had teammates. Don Schumacher racing back in the day, we had 8 cars. We had 4 dragsters, 4 funny cars. We had some pro stock bikes, pro stock cars. I always knew what it was like to have teammates. He never had one in his career. So this is new to him. I hope I'm a good teammate. I'm giving him everything I got, any knowledge, and he's sharing back and forth. We spend time on the phone. It's good to have a guy like him, multi-time IHRA champ and multi-time winner.
I love IHRA.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what he cut his teeth out growing up around. Yeah.
A lot of fun. Maybe more fun. This is business.
Yeah.
This is like a mullet, man. Right?
Yeah.
That's
For
we're
IHRA,
busy. Yeah.
You seen it, man?
Don't feed the pigeons, Tony. Don't feed the pigeons.
Hey, you
That's
say
funny.
something about a bullet, baby, I'll whip it out.
I know.
Like Pee Wee Herman at a movie theater, I'll whip it out.
Whip it out. Yeah.
But
Just
not
pay the
that.
fine. It's okay.
But yeah,
Let me ask you a question. What is? I look at you. You're in great shape. You know what I mean? What does the toll take on your body as a drag racer?
well, it turned his eyes colors.
Yeah.
He got different colored eyes now.
I'm 55
He's
years
like a
old, man.
husky.
Yeah, I'm like a husky. It whips your butt. But seldomly do I leave a drag race feeling worse than I did coming in. Like, when you work out, you usually hurt when you don't work out.
Yeah.
We're in really good shape. Now, if you pound it off a wall, put it in a sand trap, and that stuff happens, you can be a little sore. I've broken two and a half cars. I've crashed 2.5. I crashed 2 really bad, 1 broke in half. And
How many races have you had?
probably 5,000. So
And
really
you've only
good
had
numbers.
2?
Yeah.
Like real wrecks.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something funny. This is what we talked about there. We're doing an interview, and the guy...
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about this before you go race.
It happens. I don't jinx myself with that. I put a good karma out here. I couldn't care less. We all go upside down at some point,
You don't believe in superstitions or anything.
No, I'm superstitious. I don't believe telling myself I'm going to crash is going to make me crash. I think shit breaking is how you crash.
Yeah.
And it usually is. Car breaks in half, wing comes off, and I've had them both happen. I put on the right safety stuff. I have 7 seat belts wrapped around me, and I'm in a canopy car. I do everything you can do so when something happens, and a lot of times it's not you crashing, it's the other guy, and it's parts coming into your car. So that's why that enclosure is so important.
I don't think people understand that is a huge risk with that car being right beside you. It's not just you. If that car comes across that line and hits you, that's probably worse than you.
And I've had serious things happen. Like I had Kenny Bernstein crash against me in Memphis, and I'm smoking the tires, and you're busy pedaling it, and I look up and his car says Budweiser across sideways. His car went up sideways, and his magnetos and stuff, they're bouncing over my car, and I'm weaving in and out of parts and pieces. But you got to remember, you're going 330, so when you smoke the tires, maybe you're going 200, right? You catch a magneto with your head going 200, it's not going to be a pleasant day. So
No.
put that ballistic glass around me. We tested it for years. We got it to work right, and it's shown that people can crash with it and walk out without dust on them. We've had a lot of fires around me that don't get into that cockpit. It's just a great system, but everyone doesn't choose to use it. It is heavier.
Aside from the racing, I do got to say you're a great ambassador of the sport. Because you along with several of the other drivers, when I came in last year, kind of took me in and just showed me everything, right? And y'all are the reason why we're back. Yeah. I wanted to bring my dad, my parents to the track. I was like, y'all got to come see this shit. It is wild, right?
Yeah, it's a real thing of all that we do here, and everyone's not like this. Believe it or not, there's some drivers don't come out of the lounge. The majority of them do, and fans leave this sport and they look and they go, we feel like we owe more money. And that is unique in a motorsport, in any sport, where you walk away because you know how expensive this stuff is. So when someone walks away and goes, I just seen something that was life-changing, and we appreciate you spending some time, and we appreciate the effort you put into our kids because, they walk around on their phones all day long. They walk around on their phones. You watch them out here, their phones are in their pocket.
Yep.
They're watching these people work. I don't want everyone here to work on a race car. I drove the Army car for 19 years. My job was not to put people in the Army. My job was to find people that would be good at the Army and then do it. Because everyone is not meant and cut out for military service, and everyone's not cut out to work on my race car. The best way to put it is I always say it's my idiot-proof speech. I say if you close your eyes and you picture your 5 friends, you can picture the smartest guy, the guy that's going to make it. Unfortunately, you can also picture the idiot in the group. And if you think about your 5 friends and you can't find the idiot, it's you.
It's you.
And if you're the idiot and you did make it?
Yeah. No. That's a race car driver. Yeah.
Guilty.
That's all of us. Because, companies are run by C students. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Engineering
100%.
department, that's the A student.
We all got ADD, man.
Yeah, we all got ADD because we continue to fight and we just,
I call it weaponized autism.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's what we
great
got,
way.
baby.
Exactly. It's like, this one ain't working. Well, I'll think of this one. This one ain't working. I'll think of this one. We just don't stop thinking.
We're too stupid to take no for an answer.
Absolutely.
It's like if we want to do something, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
If there's a wall,
We're gonna find a way.
We're just gonna run through it instead of walk around it.
I will be on the other side.
Yeah.
Over, through, doesn't matter.
Yep.
That's right. Hell yeah, man.
So you're planning on running a full schedule next year
For the next several years.
and you found the right crew chief and everything.
Yep.
If he turns out not to be the one,
I'll call
you've
you.
got my phone number.
Yeah.
You can text me anytime.
You can be my backup guy.
I'll show up. Yeah,
You can
yeah.
back up.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to do shit, but I'll do just enough so I can get a ring at the end of the year. You know,
We just want the glory.
I'll be dead weight,
It's
but
not the glory.
I'll be dead weight, but I'm weight
You have big
nonetheless.
anchor. Well, we'll get you an anchor ring.
Yeah,
Cool.
anchors down, baby.
It's like when an NFL team wins the Super Bowl, the person that's like the assistant or in the staff
Well,
or whatever,
I've
they get rings.
Well, I've always found it crazy that Major League Baseball, anybody that was on that roster, even if they only came up for one game and then went right
They get
back
a
down to
ring.
the mountain, they get a ring. They was
Yeah.
part of the team.
Even if they got traded or anything,
Yeah.
they get
Yeah.
a ring.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to sign on to all of these teams, like for one day.
Just warm the car up. Just
Warm the car up. Go turn one wrench. Was it your car that I was turning wrenches on last time? And
I
I was
believe
like,
so.
I think I over torqued.
Yeah, probably
I
did.
over torqued it, and
Yeah.
it was like,
I think we had a big fire after that one. Not even mentioned.
Who's going to win the championship this year, you think? And can we go to that person and turn a wrench on their car? So
I would think Coletta's going to do it.
all right, well,
Yeah.
then we need to go turn some wrenches on their car.
He's got a crew chief that I won 5 championships with. He's driving like a champion. You can look out and go, who's driving right now? Who's in the lead? Who's got the best chance? Justin is a good car. His crew chief just left, went to Tony Stewart. 2 races to go.
Smoke
it's gonna
Johnson.
stir some stuff up. I don't know. But if I had to put my money on something, it'd be Coletta. Not that I'm allowed to. Even in Vegas, I had to sign something saying we can't bet.
I'm going
so
to.
just let you know.
I'm
I
going to the
didn't bet
sports
on
book
that.
tonight.
Coletta.
We're going to the sports book
Coletta.
tonight.
That's right, I'm putting it all on Coletta.
You're in trouble.
Where are the bodies, Garth?
Yeah, where are the bodies at?
I'm going to detour this. Where are the bodies, Garth?
Well, we sure do appreciate you coming on, and thank you for being such a good ambassador of the sport
Yeah.
and giving me kind of way more behind the scenes than I probably even deserved or needed or wanted. But I loved every minute of it. So
it's a great time. And I
appreciate
hope
it.
your pops loves it, man. It's good.
I can't wait to get him down on the start line.
between my car, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
I will. You'll see that video.
We're going to send it.
We're going to baptize them here in about an hour. Ron's going to warm up, and they don't know what's coming.
Oh, you got to get it right up by that. It's like a. What does it smell like? What would you say? Butterscotch, maybe?
Yeah, butterscotch. Yeah, it's a great
Butterscotch.
sweet
Really
smell.
really sweet smell.
Sweet
Get
smell.
them eyes in there.
I
Get
can't
them
wait.
eyes up
I
in
can't
there.
wait to get my mom baptized. She's gonna freak out. It's gonna be
Awesome.
awesome. Y'all gonna see that. We'll see. You'll see that.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We
Enjoyed it.
appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Good luck
Anytime.
today.
Good luck,
this
brother.
weekend.
Congratulations on all the
Absolutely.
success, too.
Fantastic.
Up next, got our next guest on, 4-time NHRA Top Fuel Drag Champion, the modern day Jackie Robinson, breaking down all the barriers. The first black guest on White Trash with Money. Well,
Full black.
Full black.
Full
Full black.
black.
We had Sage still on. She's
Okay.
half black.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
you're the first full black
Okay,
guest
okay.
we've had on here.
She's coffee with cream.
Coffee. Yeah.
No, caramel. She was our first caramel.
Caramel. That ain't caramel. That's coffee with cream.
That's it.
That's coffee with cream. Caramel. You gotta have that caramel. Like, see, look, I got a little caramel right
Oh,
there.
yeah, some caramel.
That's caramel.
We got tan lines.
That's right,
we got
that's
tan
right,
lines.
that's right, that's
He's
right.
redneck.
That's right.
You
We
fit the bill of white trash
yeah,
for
yeah,
money,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, see, no, not redneck. I'm cherry coke neck.
There you go.
Cherry Coke neck.
How you been, man?
Good, brother.
Hadn't
Good,
seen you
man.
since last year. I gotta say, y'all made me absolutely fall in love with NHRA.
Oh man.
I fell in love so much after hanging out with y'all last year that I brought my mom and dad with me
Sweet.
to let them experience
Sweet.
it. Yeah.
You know, drag racing does that to people because it's a family sport, and that's what made me fall in love with sport when I was so young. My dad and uncle brought me to the drag track, and we went to the local races, but we came to a national event like this, and I'm like, oh my God. I said, there's Big Daddy. There's Kenny Bernstein. You know, there's Don Perdome. And I was like, I saw all my heroes off of TV right in front of me, and when I saw that and I started coming back to more and more of them, I'm like, I saw myself here, and that hope and that access helped make me know the path on how to make my dreams a reality.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You made me feel like I was gonna die last year. Do you remember? I was up in the, so we're fixing to baptize my parents in a little bit. They have no clue
Lord.
what's coming.
Oh,
I don't think
Lord.
they can hear me right now.
Oh.
But you know, I was locked in. We'll throw the video over here. But me and my manager Brent was in the hauler, and everything was just blowing straight. I thought I was gonna die. I was looking for a door.
And I saw the tear. You came out, and that was the day.
You knew what you was doing.
That Justin fell in love with me.
I did.
He came out with the tears on his eye. He was like, brother, that was unreal.
I never told you this, but that you know we got smoked out so bad with that nitro. Is that night we went to a very nice steakhouse. Everything I ate tasted like nitro. Because it was still in my sinuses, right? I was like, this steak don't taste right. And then I finally figured out, like, man, it tastes like nitro.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Yeah,
absolutely, and it clears you out very well. And I always have a little scheme. I tell people all the time. They'll be in our hospitality area. I say, fellas, how many people got their ladies here with them? You'll see about 70% of them put their hand up, right? And they look at me. I said, now, fellas, once we start this car, I'm gonna give you a gift. It's a free gift. Remember, it's a free gift from AB. Once we fire up, that nitro gets running. I said, don't run from it. Go to it. Take a deep breath right through your nose. Show me how manly you are. And then once them tears start running down, go back to your woman and say, baby, you know I love you. And they're gonna let you come back next year.
70% of the time it works every time.
Yes,
right?
it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Your kids drag racing now, right?
Yes,
Did we
yes.
talk about that last time?
Yeah. All my kids started racing. My son Antron was the first one. He started at 8. Then Ariana, my daughter's the oldest. She started at like 12 years old. And then my youngest son Adler started at 6 because they lowered the age. And when he was 6, he started drag racing.
Really?
Yes. And they're ate up with it. Adler, he likes it, but he doesn't love it. My youngest one, he's on the keyboard, brother. He's a keyboard freak.
How old is he?
Adler now is 17.
Oh, okay.
17. He's at my shop. He does 3D drawings and works on a 3D printer. And he works in our CNC area, and he edits film and everything for all of our social media too.
Really?
He does
There's a lot
So
of
he's
money
got
in that, brother.
Creative, artistic side.
very creative.
Yes.
Oh yeah. He could draw his butt off.
Yeah.
by
Really?
hand. Oh, you know what's messed up? When the teacher comes and tells you, when your son's in 2nd grade, and said we cannot put him in the art contest
he's
because
gonna win.
because he'll beat all the 6th graders in 2nd grade.
Who cares? Let him win. Let him
I
win.
said, teach. So what
This
you
is
tell-
America. We celebrate winners.
I said, what you telling me is my son's disqualified because he's too good? I never heard of
That
such
ain't
a
right.
thing. Right?
That ain't the American way.
You come from a
Yes.
world where there's winners and losers, by God.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But when you see his drawing, the other kids can't even keep inside the lines, and he's drawing like actual portraits of people.
Right.
Real deal portraits.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Antron, you're a great driver. You're a driver, period, right? They're drivers. Everybody's drivers. What do you think? Do you think like you know, being the first black, driver in has opened up like a whole new demographic in?
Well, for us, what's so unique, and just this is the hard part, is that everybody always looks at motorsports and they gauge off of circle track racing, right? Our sport, my dad and uncle were drag racing when they were teenagers. And drag racing has always been a rich, diverse sport because there's thousands of drag strips everywhere you go. If you're in the boondocks, there's a drag strip out in the middle of a cornfield somewhere, 8th Mile track.
Yeah.
We grew up.
And if there ain't, we doing it on the street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And my dad, we grew up in New Jersey. There was a drag strip in Acco, 30 miles away, like right across from Philly. Another one 30 miles north, like literally 30 miles from New York. And there was a drag strip in Maple Grove, Pennsylvania, out in Dutch country. Then they had one in Cecil County, Delaware. Then they actually had one in Budge Creek, Maryland. So when I grew up, give you an example, you had Shirley Moe Downey in the 70s winning championships. You know what I mean? Then you have brothers and sisters out there racing. You just didn't know because they didn't have the great equipment. But as you came along, there's like people like Michael Phillips that were drag racing motorcycles before I ever came into the sport. There's people like Broderick. There was people like Perdome will never admit it, but I said he was a little bit of that coffee and cream himself.
Right. Yeah.
He looks somewhere down
He's
the line.
light skinned, right? Yeah.
Oh, he was that vanilla latte.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
that vanilla latte. You know what I mean? But that's what. But our sports always had diversity, and we never had to try. But for me, being the first one to win a major motorsport title, it just opened up the eyes where people were like, "Oh shoot, look what AB's doing."
Yeah, and doing it without driving a Hellcat.
No, exactly. I didn't drive a Hellcat. See, I didn't drive an SRT.
Right,
Shoot,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Hellcats, no Altimas.
No.
No.
What's the first car you drag raced?
The first, it wasn't a car.
What
it
was
was a
it?
motorcycle.
Really?
I had a GXR 1100, normally aspirated. Bob Carpenter did it. It was Troy Vincent's motorcycle. He was a football player. That bike went 880s to 90s in a quarter mile at 160 mile an hour.
The first time you stepped on one?
Yeah, I went from dirt bike motocross racing.
Yeah.
I grew up racing motocross because they didn't have junior dragsters and all
That's
that
dangerous
stuff.
as hell.
They didn't have none of that stuff for us growing up as kids. You couldn't drag race, so you had your car license. So I was motocross racing since I was 6 and really seriously doing it when I was 12 and older.
I'm fixing to try to dip into the motorcycle drag racing world a little bit. We're fixing to pull down the V-Rod Destroyer that we have at our Harley dealership.
Yes.
And I can't wait to take it down the track. You know, I dipped in a little bit last year into drag racing with the S10.
Uh-huh.
You know, having a blast. I love it, man.
Brother, the coolest part, you could bracket race, you can race anything you got. You don't have to be heads up race. You can bracket race and it fits everybody's budget. You ain't gotta have a car that costs $100+ grand. You can go out drag racing with something that you got $15 grand in.
We had a budget build and I only spent $10,000 on that truck.
Before the race.
Oh yeah. I only spent $10,000 on that truck before the race.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all sponsored, you know.
Yes.
Any of the extra bells and whistles was just sponsored. We're good, you know.
Yeah.
I was totally, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Antron.
Hey, like, you know, in this sport, hey, man, it's a fine line on that. This is the problem with drag racing. There's no gray areas in drag racing. Like a gray area, it might be like, all right, well, your tire pressure, you're only allowed to have 8 pounds and you have like 8.1. All right, that's a little gray because you're going to raise your temperature. But when you do something wrong and you get caught, you in trouble. You are in
Good
trouble.
Lord.
You see that?
That is a big man.
That's Gene Simmons.
That is wild.
That's it.
How tall
That's
is
it.
that guy?
I know, he's like 7'10".
That's ridiculous. How tall are you? 7 feet if you count the hair.
If you count
That
the
is
hair.
wild. That's a scary looking man right now.
I know. And believe it or not, he owns a tech company.
Does he really?
He owns a tech company.
really?
He's smart and snot.
When you got money, you can do whatever you want.
That's
you
right.
100%.
You can walk around like Gene Simmons if that's what you
If
want.
you want to walk around like Gene Simmons on Halloween and have half your ass cheeks hanging out, you can.
Get some assless chaps, you know. Well, all chaps are assless.
Yeah,
If
pretty
they
much.
wasn't, they'd just be pants.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
How the season went?
The season this year, it started off really, really good, and we had our moments in glory. But it's the true drag racing season. This year beat us up a little bit, but we're in the top 8 right now. So our hopes right now is to finish out this year and get back into the top 5, And that's the goal. Like last year, we had a dream season last year. We won 6 races. We won 2 Mission 2 Fast, 2 Tasty Challenge races, and we won the call-out race, and we won the World Championship last year. So this year was like kind of a year where we start off really strong, like we're showing signs of doing the same thing, and then we started testing, doing some different things, and we just zigged when we should have zagged sometimes. And,
It'd be like that.
And this is where we're at. But the good part is we're back on the men where our car's performing, and we're just going to try to end the year on a good note and finish out these last 2 races and try to win. That's it.
What's next?
Next is we got Vegas this weekend. Then we go to Pomona, war ceremony, and then we're going to rework some stuff. We got my teammate Angel racing A Fuel, and we're going to put her in the Top Fuel car on Monday of this race to get the first steps of getting her license.
Really?
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
It's pretty exciting to get that out going on the way.
I'm beginning to think, I think Brittany's over there warming her car up right now. I'm beginning to think that maybe an outdoor podcast at a drag strip wasn't the best idea ever.
No, it's not. But at least they can hear what we hear.
Yeah, but we're making it work. I'm telling you, anybody, if you've never been to one of these, you will be hooked.
Yes.
You come to one. TV does not do these races justice. You come see in person, you feel those Top Fuel dragsters coming off the line for the first time through your body.
Yes.
You are hooked.
Once you come, you will be coming back.
100%.
Is an out of body
And you're bringing your
experience.
people with you.
Yes, you are. Just like you do. You brought your mom and dad. When my dad brought me, I brought all my friends. I haven't had one friend that has not loved it. It's
Really?
been crazy. Oh no, every person that I've brought to the drag strip, they're like, "This is ridiculous."
Mm-hmm.
Like it touches you. It's
Yeah.
a sport that reaches out and touches you. You feel it, you hear it, and then you can't believe even what you see because the cars go like this. Boom! They go like this, like that wasn't real. You see it again, and it's like, and then somebody actually sitting there doing it.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of work with NASCAR, and I'm not talking bad about NASCAR. Like it's good in its own right, but nothing compares to NHRA. Period.
No.
Period. And I have weaponized autism. A little bit of ADHD.
Yes,
So
I do
those
too.
fast races tend to work out good for my mind, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
like for it to be nice and quick, but the thing is, NHRA is a lot like PBR earlier this year, where we went out there, and it's a sport where if you go to the actual venue and watch the sport, it's so much different than on TV,
Yeah.
right? Like you just get addicted to it because, like you said, you can't feel that concussion that you get off those cars sitting on your couch.
Yeah,
So-
and you want to smell that nitro again. It's the
Yes.
smell, it's
Yes.
the feeling, it's everything, man. The environment
And the people are amazing too. I mean, the fans are really cool here. The
and the
drivers,
access you get to NHRA. There is people literally standing right behind these cars when they're warming up. You
You're in
don't
the
get this
locker
kind of
room.
access anywhere else. And every ticket is full access.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is
Yeah, hold
awesome.
on. Every ticket,
Every
you get
ticket
this
is full.
access.
You get this.
You get
Yeah.
all of this.
You're
all
in the
this.
locker room. I'm in your locker room
So
right now.
that's why I tell people, like, imagine going to any professional sport and you can sit in the locker room with all the football players or basketball players or hockey players.
That's what you get
know
with
what I mean?
NHRA ticket.
You get that and you're like, this is what it's like. And
Yeah.
then once you're able to see that and envision that, then you can start seeing yourself there and you know what you have to do to make it there.
Yeah, when y'all roll back into the pits, right, and they're rebuilding the engine literally 5 feet away from you. I mean, you are getting the full effect of the whole thing.
Yes. Absolutely. I love it. That's why I'm ate up with this sport, and I've been doing it as long as I've been doing it for.
Antron, I think you're getting text saying your car's ready to start. And you got to go warm it up.
Yes.
I don't want to. Well, I knew what you was doing.
Yeah,
You was texting. I was like, this man got to go warm his car up.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
No, thank you for having me. Love you guys.
I would love to come out. Where are you in Indy now?
Indy.
I would love for us to come out to Indy and do a full episode with you.
Absolutely.
I'd love to sit down and talk with you for an hour.
Brother, I would love for you to come out, and then we also go do some film and take you on a mission. I'll take you to my personal shop, my son's vehicles, take you to our real race shop, walk in out all the trailers, what we do at the race shop. And we also have a full-blown other business called Fab Machining, where we have a machine shop, CNC shop. We make and build anything.
That's wild.
Yes.
That's wild. I might bring the S10 up.
Come on.
We might do some collaboration videos if you get into
oh.
S10.
Yes, we can. And if you need something made for your S10, we can make it happen.
We're going to Indy.
We can make it
I'm
happen.
definitely
Period.
going to use this contact for my Buick.
We're going.
Yes, we can make things change.
Let's go, brother.
To a good way.
Let's go.
All right.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
on,
guys.
man.
Thank you so much,
Anytime.
brother. Congratulations on all the
Antron
success.
Brown. Listen, did you know Well, thanks for tuning in. White Trash with Money podcast.